Hello, good morning. Today is Thursday. I don't know the exact date per se. I don't know, it's the 22nd, I believe, of September. And I was going through some reference pictures that I have. Um, I found it today. Perhaps it's a selfie day. I don't know. I found it interesting. It looks like she's at the office and she just took a picture of herself. And I believe she's in the office because she has a name tag. So you can personalize it if you feel related to this picture. Feel free to go ahead and paint it. I will post the outline or the tracer. And I have this for me to look at as my reference um, picture. Okay, so I have my 2 cups of water ready right here. I have my possible brushes ready, paper towel, and my palette, which is right here. On that side, maybe I can move my things a little bit right there. All right, so let's get this party going. I don't know if people is actually going to show up this morning or not, because I usually come here at night. So, but it's okay if you're watching the replay. Just make sure you put hashtag replay, and that will be great. Remember to sprinkle, 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 sprinkle. You can post this video on your personal page to let others see what we're doing here. All right, the point here is, like the name of my business says, it's Painting Made Fun. So I try to keep it nice, simple, easy for you to be successful with what you're painting. That's my intention here. And it is for me to help you to guide you through the process and to help you relax as we're going through the painting process, because painting is supposed to be fun. All right, so I don't have specific colors that I'm gonna use, but I have quite a few colors here that I have in mind to paint her skin tone. The background can change, anything else can change, but the skin tone, we can keep it fun and simple. So I'm gonna be using a 10 color from Deco Art. I believe that's my number one choice right now. And then I'm gonna be a lighter tone. Then I will probably go with this khaki, which is not actually lighter. I'll go with milky white. You have something similar to this, go ahead. You don't have to buy the same color, but look for something that looks like that. Okay, so I'm gonna keep those two right here. I'm actually gonna start putting the paint on my paper palette. So I have some white, a little bit. I have a little bit of that milky white. And I'm gonna have a little bit of that tan color. And it's not coming. It's an obstruction. So I'm gonna make sure I put just a bit. And that's a lot. Alright. And why not? I'm gonna try this color just in case. This is the desert sand color. And I am gonna need definitely a darker. I don't know if I want to be dramatic with the darker and add something that is darker than that. Maybe for that reason, I'm going to show you my palette. Maybe for that reason, I am going to get this one. This is a nutmeg brown, which is not too much of a difference, but at least it's still darker in case that I need all of those shades. For the skin, I have them already out here. All right. So let the fun begin. Now, oh God, what is my face brush? Be right back. I'm not going that far. I'm still right here in my studio and looking for. I bought this set the other day at Michael's, which I buying. Filbert brushes are the ones that I like to use for the face. I believe this I paid $5.95 or $10, one or the other, for this set. Oops. And I kind of like those. Those are Filbert brushes. So because it is small, tiny, I can probably use this one or this one. I'm going to keep them on the side. Well, I'm going to keep them right here. Alright. And I'm going to start with the darker tone, but I'm going to mix those two. I wish you can see my palette. I'm going to keep it right here. So I'm mixing this one and this one together, right? And I'm gonna go with some shading here. I'm not gonna use my gesso because I do not want to damage my brush. Okay. And why not? Some here. And I'm going to add it to places that I don't see it here, but that I believe it should be. Okay, definitely under the neck should be a little bit darker. And then probably we have this other one, which is not as dark. And I'm just, like I said, I'm just adding some shading. And that's too dark, I think, for what I want to do. Yeah. Just the shading here. Okay. And this is going to be a more pronounced shading right here and a little bit on this side. But we're going to go again inside here. And I'm going to shade all of this. Okay. And I add a little bit of the other shading here. Why not some right here in the glasses? Okay. Okay. And this one is perhaps a little bit lighter, so I am going to add a little bit of white to that one. We have another shade. We can darken that a little bit, but not too close to the other color. Okay, because the rest of the face is going to be pretty much lighter. The rest of that is going to be lighter. Alright. I'm going to bring the camera closer. Good. Is there enough? It's fair enough. And the light could be a little more this way. Okay. Hope the lighting is good and you can still see it well. Alright, so I'm done with that for now. Actually, you know what? Since we're here, I'm gonna shade her arm. Oops. And That was the shirt. That's not the arm, sorry. But that's okay. We can cover that with the color that we're going to paint our shirt. So disregard that part there, you see? Those little happy accidents happen. They do. Alright. And I know it's usually a shading on her lips or under the lips. We always have some shading. And perhaps here. And we're going to continue to work on this as we go. But I just kind of wanted to keep that already there. This is not, those that I just add are not on the actual picture that I'm looking at, but I personally like to do it like that. Okay, so cleaning my brush because I'm gonna switch to my lighter tones, and I don't want that paint to dry on the paper, so I'm gonna put it back on my container. Gonna leave that little bit out in case that I need it, which I'm pretty sure I will. Not so much there. I'm gonna make sure I have this dark color here. Very good. Thursday. Today's Thursday. This week went quite fast. Quite fast. Alright, so for the rest of the face, I guess I'm going to use this one. This one I find it is too dark. Remember, you can use your gesso. Yes, you can. It helps with the blending, and it also helps, like I need it right now, but I don't want to destroy my brush. I do not want to destroy my brush, to be honest. But you know what? I am going to use it, and I'll tell you why. Because it helps me a lot to blend and to apply these colors. And it gives the paper tooth, you know. It's and I like the overall feeling, not only when I'm painting, but when I'm done with the painting. Hello, hello. Who do we have? Miguel. Miguel Jimenez. Miguel, where are you watching me from? Today is a selfie day. This is selfie was taken at the office for what I can see. She looks like she is definitely taking this picture at work. And I'm adding a highlight just because I know most likely that highlight will be here. And you see how nicely it blends once we are using the gesso. And I'm not being too cautious about the brush strokes because remember, this is painting made fun, not painting made stressful. It is supposed to be fun. So I hope you can see the difference on the skin tones. Hello, Susan. Welcome, welcome. And the nose are usually lighter as well. So I am going to start with my sand kind of color. And I'm going to work my way out all the way down here. But I'm going to start lightening it up with a little bit of that ivory color. It's actually the milky color. It's a milky color. And I noticed that this part right here, it's a little bit of a shade. On this side. And perhaps I'm not going to paint this side of the face that color, but I'm preparing it with the gesso. Gonna smooth these two colors here. Very nice, so we don't see that line. And we're gonna go back and highlight that part. So I'm gonna use a little bit of the ivory kind of color mix with my tan color and some white, because looking at my reference picture, it looks brighter. And remember, this is simple. This is supposed to be a simple painting because we're painting here for fun. Okay, and I'm also gonna do that lighter shade on the other side of her cheek, and I tell you why, because the light is hitting right here, but I'm gonna add a little bit of that nice tan color and some white again to kind of make it look similar as the one that we have on the other side. And I'm gonna darken it a little bit right here. And we have a shading because I made it too dark the first time. Kind of lighten it up right now. But I do want to emphasize this part here. So, and this part here, okay? You missed the beginning, Susan, because why? You can also watch the replay. I just started. It's just that I moved quite fast, but I just started, so you really didn't miss much. But you can go back and watch the replay later when you get a chance, unless you are at work taking selfish like this lady is. This is a selfie. No, this is selfish, but she's taking a selfie. Okay. And I'm gonna add a little bit of white right here, just because that is, um, it's brighter, it's lighter. We have some light right there, more on that side than this side. So, which means I'm gonna have to light up a little bit of her forehead. Not a big deal. I'm mixing those three colors so it's not doesn't just look white. I don't want it to look white. All right, I'm doing okay, Susan. I'm doing okay. Thank you. And it's not lighted on the nose so we can actually see it. Okay. No, it's not gonna look like a monster. Why would you say that? Do you know what? Monster, you have to go back and see my old videos, and once you see what I used to do when I start painting portraits, that was a monster, okay? I cannot believe I actually did that. That's how horrible it was. Horrible. Like when I tell you horrible, trust me, it was horrible. Okay. Then we have this part here. And remember, it's always darker somewhere there. And I do want to light up her nose a little bit more. So I'm mixing that white with the ivory color and a little bit of that, but more white. And we're gonna bring it down here. Okay, now I kind of went over that shading, but we can always go back and apply the other colors. Okay. And this part here is usually lighter too, right under the chin. All right. Okay, because the light, like I said, the light is hitting right there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come back here and just give her the nice, okay. And I don't like this part of her nose. I have something in it. But I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. Oops, that was too bright. As we realize it's a shading on the other side of the nose. Alright, but a slight shading. And then the shading of the glasses here. Just a bit. Just a bit. Just a bit. Same on that side. Good. Alright. Then we're gonna go inside her glasses, and for that I'm gonna use that skin tone with some white, my gesso, a little bit more of that color, because we are gonna go, actually I'm supposed to paint her eyes before I even do that. And I'm gonna give her, she has blue eyes on my reference picture. This is my reference picture. I don't feel like giving her blue eyes. I'm gonna give her green eyes. Oh well, no, we can give her blue eyes. Why are we gonna take that away from her? Let's give her some blue eyes. Just beautiful blue eyes. So, because I'm not gonna use a lot of that paint, so I'm just gonna keep the cap open. Use a very tiny detail brush to do that. And this is actually a pretty blue. I like this blue. That part over there is gonna be all black. I'm not gonna go crazy about it. I'm not gonna do all the shading in the eyes. This is like a pop art type of painting, so I'm just gonna keep it simple. I do need the black. YouTube, yes, and yes, I'm using acrylics. Yes, I have YouTube. It's, well, this is the thing. I don't have many videos in YouTube because YouTube requires a lot of time, not only to record your videos with a professional camera or just a camera, period, which I don't have. I just have my phone. So when I was recording the videos, I had a camera, but something happened to the camera, and I never replaced it. I'm going to give it a little bit of eyelashes there. And my son was kind of editing my videos because it is time consuming, and kids are better at that than us, to be honest, or to me at least. I can only speak for myself. So I forgot what I was going to say. So I have a few YouTube videos, not so many, and I messed up that one. Oh well, I don't know. She was crying probably. Her boss noticed that she was taking selfies. She started crying. Makeup, it's all over now. Her fault. Her fault. So no, I do not have a lot of YouTube videos. So now that I have the time, because this is the only thing I'm doing all day, I don't have an 8-hour job at an office for somebody else. So maybe I should be doing that, but believe it or not, I'll be so busy too. But I do have quite a few. You can, you will find me under Painting Made Fun, and just follow. I have a few of my portraits there if you want to see that. Alright, so the eyes are painted. I'm gonna dry. actually get you can get a package of 10 of my portraits already outlined on a paper like this, because I use this paper with the acrylic, so you can use it too to practice and to learn. I have the pack of 10, okay, for 20, but that includes shipping. You will get 10 of my tracers on the heavy paper for you to do with acrylic paint for $20. That includes shipping, okay? You all keep that in mind. All right, so I did the eyes, the brush is clean. Let me bring again my Gilbert brush, and I am mixing a little bit of the tan color. I'll say that one is the tan color, and then the other one is my desert sand color. And what I'm gonna do is I am gonna get it a little bit water. I'm gonna get a little bit water, mix it like a wash. We're gonna make like a wash. This part has to be completely dry, okay? And we're gonna brush it on top to get that glass effect, because it is a lens, okay? Where you can still see under her eye, you can see the eye, but you also know that there is she has glasses on. Yeah, so that's it for that. I hope you learned something today. All right. All right. And we're gonna leave that alone. That's it for that. Her eyebrows are gonna be a really dark brown, or they can be black. I don't want to make it really black, but we are gonna make them dark brown. So I don't have that color here, I know for sure, because I put it away. Oh God. I have a bucket. I have a bucket right here. We're gonna use a raw umber for that. And perhaps I'm gonna need this one for her hair, so I'm gonna keep it out here. I'm gonna put some out there. Forgot to paint their neck. I always forget the neck. Always. Alright, so I'm getting a little bit of that color. Make sure I have my gesso. Forgot that I have my gesso here. And I'm not gonna just go ahead and draw the hair or paint the hairs individually. I'm just gonna, remember, this is pop art and it's fun. So we're gonna keep it nice and simple. Make sure you use, if you can use a square brush or a round brush to paint the face, that's absolutely fine, because if you feel comfortable with it, I always say you just have to feel comfortable with the brushes that you are using. I like to use my favorite brush when I'm doing portraits. Okay. And guess what? I'm not going to use the black. I'm going to use that same brown to kind of define her nostrils right here. And we can hardly see this one, but it's somewhere there. Oops. And right there. And slightly, just so that we can see that. Okay, just a little nudge. Now her glasses, the frame is actually black. And the lips, I'm gonna do the lips. Well, since I have this color here, let's go back to this. I'm gonna get my gesso. Gonna get a little bit of that raw umber, and I'm gonna start here, which is pretty simple. This is gonna be really dark hair here. really, really dark. Not necessarily black, but it's gonna be this nice raw amber hair color. Because this is usually the darker part, the inside. Okay, and I'm just adding some gesso here with whatever is left. I'm gonna bring this, well, he's already in her clothes, so it doesn't matter. Just making sure I apply the darker. I'm gonna move my palette right here because I want you to see what I'm doing. Remember, nothing fancy. If you want to bring some hair and you could just so it doesn't look. I'm just gonna add my gesso first on the canvas. Have a hair that is running in her face, but perhaps that will be a lighter shade. And like I said, if you want to do some hairs there, you can absolutely go ahead and do that. And then we have, she has like highlights. I'm not gonna go directly on every single line, but it's gonna come along once we're done. Okay, and I know for sure, oh, that hair perhaps is gonna be lighter over there, but we have some dark hair. Usually around our face is always the darkest. But like I say, she also has highlights, so we're gonna be adding those in a bit. Alright. Here's my gesso. Hope everybody's having a wonderful Thursday. Just remember Friday is almost there. And we're just gonna have some dark hairs and some light hairs. So we're just gonna have fun with those two colors. The bad thing about the gesso is that it kills your brush. It definitely kills your brush. But hey, we paint because we love to paint, right? Brushes, we can always get them. Thank God. These are not professional brushes, the one that I'm using. By no means they are. But since I know I'm always gonna be buying this brush because they get beat up with the gesso, I just go buy it. It was like $5.99 for the package. So, adding some gesso here. Some of that raw amber. Remember, you can give her black hair if you want. I don't want to give her black hair. I wanted to use the same color they use pretty much in the reference picture. To blend. No. I blend with the same brush. A mop brush sometimes, like when I'm doing landscapes, I like to use my mop brush to blend. Uh, Or like for instance right now I'm using the same brush. I just use my gesso. It works also as a, it helps me to blend the colors nicely. So yeah, I might not finish this painting right now because I have to leave like around 11. And using my phone, I don't have my watch with me. I have no idea what time it is, but I know when I came live it was like 10, or it was gonna be 10. Lose track of time. When you don't work, you lose track of time. Definitely. Okay. And with the hair, you just have to take your time because you wanna remember that she has some highlights. You wanna leave that hair for the highlights. Right. Yeah. Let's paint this one here. And this one here dark too. You don't have to follow the reference picture completely. Remember that if out of any given time you just want to do your thing, you just go ahead and do it because that's what painting does. It sparks our creativity. So if that happens, go for it. That's some hair that she has on the side. You are in Massachusetts. I am in, yes, I love the yes, so. All right, let me read what you're writing. Yes, I have the expensive ones and the cheap ones, and they all work just fine, to be honest. Weather here, I am in Sebastian, Florida. That is the east side of Florida. It's sunny, hot. It says the temperature is dropping, so now we're kind of mid 80s right now. Still warm. We believe we have a cold front coming this weekend. That's what I heard my husband tell me this morning because he knows how excited I get about um, cold front. So he's like, hey, we're going to have a cold front. Well, you're going to have a cold front on the week. I was like, yes, it was about time. Because it is too hot. It is too hot. I can't stand the heat. You know, I'm chunky, kind of all those calories help me to warm up and it gets too hot. It gets super hot. Um, but other than that, oh, the weather here is crazy. Yesterday was rainy pretty much all day. It rained pretty much all day. Yes, yesterday. Uh, what was I gonna do? I don't know. Let's give her. She has black dark hair somewhere from here. I'm not gonna look at the picture because that picture is gonna drive me crazy. So I'm just gonna do my own thing with the hair now. We all know she has some highlights. So my reference picture is gonna be a little slightly different than this one, but that is okay, you know, that is okay. That's absolutely fine with me. Um, what else? Rainy. It's been rainy lately. A lot of rain, but I'm tired of painting her hair. My back hurts. Whew! This is what I got so far. Let me tell you something. This Lazy Susans, whatever this is called, is the greatest invention ever. You blaming it on the weather and being chunky. Oh gosh. So it's 10:42 right now. So it's the same time as here. So I'm gonna have to leave soon. But before I go, then let's paint her lips. Perhaps I can come back later, which I doubt because I have my granddaughter today. Well, that's tonight. And I have to go and give a class at a nursing home today. and I have to go shopping, and I have to go and pay also for a craft show. So that's what I'm saying. I have a busy day, but I can come back later, if not tomorrow. Well, tomorrow is Friday. Tomorrow I have quite a few painting sessions too. Um, so whenever I get a chance, so just keep an eye on my page. Make sure you have the reminders that tells you when I'm live, because I'm gonna come back to finish this up with you guys. Perhaps, Susan, you have a chance to watch the replay and catch up with me before I continue, so that we can be on the same page. It's been a pleasure. You have a blessed day as well. Yes. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much for watching. Okay. We're gonna do the glasses frame because we already did the glasses. So her glasses are black. Just press down. Bring it. Press. Okay. And that is actually part of her frame. Her frame is really wide on the side. Remember, you can always do this part with a marker. I prefer to use my brush, however, sometimes I've done it with a marker too. Okay, and I'm just gonna go a little bit in with it because I only want a little bit of white showing. A little bit of white, which I can go back and add those white lines with the brush. All right, and we're gonna paint this part. I'm gonna leave that spot because in the reference picture, that spot right there, it's a highlight, that little white spot. Okay. Oh, I gotta go. I do have to go. All right. Remember, I'm gonna come back and finish this with you. Oops. Oh well. All right. That's it for her glasses. Yeah, that's it for her glasses. So, since I have this brush right here, oops, I don't have the raw umber. So Susan, I thought you were gone. Did you just come back and check on me again? So I'm gonna go over the frame because this hair is just, remember, this is not a photo, it's a painting, so it does not have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, and we're gonna add some color to that hair too. I'm gonna do her lips. Well, actually, since I already did that part of the hair, I'm gonna try this golden brown color in her hair because that's what we're supposed to do when we're painting. Explore, experiment, have fun. And I'm gonna ring it up because remember she has those highlights. Okay. Yes, those nice highlights. And this is pop art, so ooh, I like it. And then even if we want brighter than that, just to have fun, you can do a gold too. And I'm just gonna add some of those nice gold. The hair here and there, just for the heck of it. Now, if I apply this on a white hair, on the parts that I left in white, it's gonna be brighter. Yes, it is gonna be brighter. Remember, if you go over to the other side, you can always come back and color that with the darker color. It's pop art and it's fun art. We just adding our first layer, so it doesn't mean it's necessarily going to look like this. It means that we're gonna see those highlights throughout the hair. I'm not looking up, see how crooked that is, because I can come back with the darker colors and fix that. Okay, so you can play with different tones of actually that looks better darker on her chest than that color. So grab your colors, the ones that you feel that you want to use. I'm going to keep this part darker. See what I'm saying? You can, I'm going to switch back to my filter brush. You can come back and smooth those lines or thin them out or whatever it is that you want to do. Just like that. And that's to show you that you can always come back and add or remove. Okay? Lips, and I gotta go, but I'll come back later. But lips, I'm gonna give her a nice neutral kind of not necessarily skin tone color, but I have this blush pink that I think it will look. I mean, she's in an office. You don't want to wear a red I mean, some people do. I don't wear makeup, so I don't know. But if it was me wearing makeup to go to the office, I think I will wear something nice, smooth, daytime kind of color. So I'm gonna use that very tiny brush. I'm gonna be late. Well, I don't have to be at a place at a certain time, but I know I have certain amount of time to stop at a place first, then go ahead and do this. So I'm calculating the time, so I'm not late for the time of just when I do have the appointment this afternoon at the facility where I'm gonna be painting. Remember that the lower, I'm kind of making sure I don't see those lines, those black lines too much, but I leave some outline. So the bottom lip is always darker. So I am going to maybe this pink. It's a rose pink. It's not that it's darker, but it's a different shade, but it's darker than that one somehow. And again, you can paint the lips whichever color you want. We can even go darker than this, to be honest. It's raining. Great. And I only want to see a little bit of that black line. Well, the one underneath, the lower one, can be more noticeable than the other one. So just to give it some kind of a highlight, I'm gonna go with my white and nothing fancy. This is fun. Yeah, gonna give that over there and then some over here. Let's stretch this one a little bit. If you really want to be fancy with those highlights and make it look more like lips, you do this. Okay, and then you play with the colors again. So you go back to the beautiful blushy color. And you can actually do those lines with that one. When I come back later, we're gonna finish this painting. But for now, this is it for now. I do have to go. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to spread the word, and I'll see you later. I gotta go. Bye.